This week you are going to be learning about while loops, and you will also learn about C# methods. To begin with, you are going to go through the lesson key points. They give you a nice foundation in how to construct and use while loops, the different types of conditions that you can test to see if you should continue with the loop or exit the loop. And it also gives you a really nice foundation in methods. In addition to that, I am covering some kind of fun information like random numbers, which are typically used for games and that type of thing. And also, there's information on how to convert a for loop into a while loop and how to convert a while loop into a for loop, because both for loops and while loops are used for repetition. So there's a lot of additional information in this key point lecture that you're not going to get in Code Easy. So please make sure that you read through this. And there is a video that you can watch that will explain everything to you as well. And then once you finish that, you can go ahead and move on to Code Easy. And for Code Easy, there are 5 different exercises, and you can see they're worth varying points. The ones that I felt were more difficult, I did assign more points to. And for ones that I thought you might have trouble with, I do have a helpful hint page. So the salary negotiator output triangle using for loop and simple calculator. I thought you may have some trouble with those, so I did provide some helpful hints. You should definitely take a look at these before you attempt those Code Easy exercises, because I think they will eliminate some frustration that you may have trying to solve some of those exercises. So for salary negotiator, you can kind of read through the hints here. I even gave you a little example that the program is modeled after. So the program you need to create in Code Easy is very similar to this example. And then you can see for output triangle using for loop, I'm actually giving you an algorithm. So for those of you who haven't looked at these before, these are English-like statements that basically go through the logic. And so when you see an algorithm, you then just need to substitute your C# code for the English-like statements. And so you can see that this is pretty much going through the code that you need to write. So hopefully you will find this little hint makes the coding of this exercise easier. Okay. And then you can see for simple calculator, Code Easy used to give hints for their exercises, and they don't anymore. But this was a Code Easy hint that was helpful. Okay, so you should definitely take a look at these before you work on those exercises. And you can even print this out. I think that this will help you tremendously. And if you do get stuck, you can email me, copy paste your code so I can see what you're doing, and email me. And I have done all of these exercises, so I should be able to point you in the right direction. And as always, you're going to do screenshots and put them into the Dropbox. For your lab assignment, there are 3 exercises. The first 2 are going to be very, very short. Basically, all you're doing is you're copying and pasting code that's given to you, and you are going to change the loop. So this one has a for loop. You're going to change it to a while loop. And this one, I believe, has a while loop, and you are going to change it to a for loop. Okay, so those are going to be pretty short. And then the last one, I'm giving you a portion of the program, and you'll end up having to complete it. So there's 3 methods you're going to have to write. Okay, so I've also given you a link here to a program that is similar. So that is your assignment. When you finish that, I would like you to put the code in the Dropbox. Now, some of you, you don't need to upload your projects from C#, but if you want to just upload the C# file, it is the one that ends in CS. Okay, and that's perfectly fine too. For the discussion, you are going to do a little research. You're going to research a C# command or concept you want to know more about. And you should pick something that you're either interested in learning more about or something that is confusing to you. And a lot of students are confused about methods. Okay, so methods just take a while to understand, but you're going to do some research, find an article that explains things to you that you like, post a link to the article or video or whatever it is that you used, and then read your classmates' postings and reply to 2 of them. So I'm going to pause the video and I will post an example, and then the people who are early birds will be able to reply to mine, but you're still going to have to reply to 1 other classmate. All right, so I did a search on C# method tutorial for beginners, and I got quite a few results, but I found a link to a video that I thought was pretty good. So I have included that link, a little summary of what the video explained, and I'm going to post it here to the forum. Okay, so you guys will need to do something similar. Okay, and that is the last thing that you need to do this week. Okay, so you've got your Code Easy assignment, you have your lab assignment, and you have the discussion forum. Okay, and if you run into any problems with any of your coding assignments, please email your code to me so that I can take a look at it. Have an awesome week.